Welcome to Events That Shook Nollywood Part 3. In November 2011, Nollywood actor Jim Iyke was docked in court where he pleaded not guilty to charges of criminal breach of trust, criminal force, assault, cheating and criminal misappropriation. It all played out like a Nollywood movie. Jim Iyke was accused of using fraudulent tactics to acquire 15% equity shares of a music company. Narrating her ordeal in the hands of Jim Iyke, his accuser, Habiba Abubakar, who owns a charity organization, said within a month of meeting Jim Iyke, he bombarded her with family members and even his then girlfriend, Keturah Hamilton. She also narrated how she flew Jim Iyke's family abroad, his mom, dad, and 3 sisters. She paid for his mom to be treated in India when she was ill. Sadly, his mom is late now. She said that after the trip, Jim Iyke gave her a business proposal which she invested in to the tune of 16.5 million naira. That Jim Iyke disappeared after collecting the money and stopped picking her calls. That he even told his family members not to answer her calls. Then came the lifesaver, his elder sister, who arranged a meeting between Jim Iyke and Habiba. But even after the meeting, the matter was never resolved, which led Habiba to call the police. According to Habiba, when she got Jim Iyke arrested, he initially denied knowing her. But when the police threatened to take him to his bank in handcuffs, he accepted knowing her but couldn't remember her name. He would later change his story a 3rd time that Habiba gave him only 5 million naira. Although Jim Iyke tried in vain to stop his trial, the court later found him guilty 5 years later and ordered him to pay Habiba her money. This shocking story is like a Nollywood movie with 3 main actors, Angela Okorie, Prosper Jinnaka, and Prince Eke. In 2014, Nollywood actress Angela Okorie was accused by Prosper, a rap artist in South Africa, of stealing his $3,200. Angela was subsequently arrested and detained by the police. She was later released the next day. Angela denied stealing Prosper's money but said that she was being set up by Prosper and Prince. That she told Prosper that she is married with a child but he wouldn't let her be. After her ordeal, Angela explained that in April 2014, she hired Prince Eke to direct her movie that would be shot in South Africa. She paid for his expenses to South Africa, including flight tickets, hotel accommodations, etc. She met Prosper, who shared an apartment with Angela's friend, that it was because of the constant disturbance from him that she left her friend's apartment for a hotel where she was arrested. She explained that she later realized that Prosper's job in South Africa is to take advantage of new visitors. Reacting to Angela's version of the story, Prince Eke said that when they arrived South Africa, Angela wanted him to stay in Prosper's apartment, which he declined. That Angela lied, that there was no other friend involved. He also refused to share a guest house with Angela, which made her to move into Prosper's apartment. While at the guest house, Angela introduced Prosper to Prince as her boyfriend. While the movie shoot was going on, Prince said that he saw Angela and Prosper kissing and was shocked because Angela was married at the time. He confronted Prosper, telling him that he was messing with a married woman, but Prosper replied that Angela made him to understand that she was estranged from her husband. This made Prosper to question Angela and they started having problems. Angela became angry with Prince for telling Prosper that she is still married. About the $3,200, Prince said that on that day he was with Prosper at a barbing salon when he received a text message from Angela that she was suddenly leaving his house. When Prosper got home, he found out that his money was missing and called Angela right away, but after several calls, she never answered. Prosper quickly called the police and Angela was traced to Hilton Hotel in the company of one Daniel. She was subsequently arrested and detained. The new guy, Daniel, returned $1,000 to Prosper and signed an affidavit. Prince said that he doesn't know if Angela took the money or not, but found it suspicious that her friend Daniel returned $1,000 and signed an affidavit to pay the rest. Angela was later charged to court and the court granted her bail, for which Prince stood in as surety. On Prosper's side, he said that it is laughable for Angela to say that he was disturbing her, that they were lovers, that he knew they were coming to South Africa and promised to help, that it was when Prince told him about her marriage status that he distanced himself from her. About the missing money, he said that when he got home that day, he found out that Angela had left his house in a hurry, in a car waiting outside the house, questioning why the guy paid back some of his money if it wasn't missing. In February 2016, Nollywood was shaken by the news of the fight between Nollywood actresses Christabel Godi and Princess Chineke, which led to Christabel being charged to court for allegedly attacking and inflicting physical injuries on Princess. She was also accused of resisting arrest and hitting a police officer. The fight started when Princess warned Christabel about her constant late-night phone calls that it disturbed her sleep. Christabel and Princess were sharing a hotel room during a movie production in Lagos. The warning quickly became an argument and a shouting match, then to a full-blown fight. The police was called afterwards, but Christabel resisted arrest by locking herself inside the hotel room, which led the police to forcefully open the door, but she kept resisting arrest, and in the scuffle, she hit one of the police officers on the chest with the door. Princess accused Christabel of biting her on the thigh, which later needed stitches. In her defense, Christabel said that she never beat Princess on the thigh, as she claimed that after their fight, Princess went into the bathroom only to come out claiming that she grabbed her thigh with her teeth and bit off a chunk of her flesh. Concerning the late-night phone call, she said that during the day, her acting job does not allow her to answer calls, that it's at night that she normally returns phone calls. She wondered why it posed a problem to Princess that even the hotel they were staying in had a club that made a lot of noise more than her phone calls. Christabel also said that on that fateful day, she came into the hotel room and found Princess lying on her side of the bed making phone calls. That she told Princess to respect the sleeping arrangement they had and move to her own side of the bed, but she began insulting her father. Before she could say what, the scuffle ensued. In January 2018, Messi and her designer were called out by an angry bride, Loretta, whose wedding dress Messi wore for a photo shoot to celebrate her 40th birthday. According to Loretta, her designer promised to deliver the dress to her for her wedding, but on the day of delivery, her story changed, that she doesn't know the whereabouts of the delivery man. She offered to send Loretta another dress, which she accepted after crying. The matter took another turn when Loretta saw Messi wearing her wedding dress. Although it wasn't directly Messi fault, she blamed the designer for not being professional in handling the events. She said that her stylist got 4 dresses from the designer for her photo shoot and that they were not aware that one of them belonged to Loretta. She sympathized with Loretta for the incident that was totally avoidable. On her part, the designer said that it was a dispatch error that led to Messi getting the wrong dress. But Loretta wasn't buying it. She fired back, asking why Messi went ahead to wear the dress for her photo shoot if they already knew of the error. Hey fans, have you done this? Thanks for watching.